Okay, we are recording. And if you have any questions, I'm gonna pull up the chat like on like the side. So just let me know. I'll try to answer them. So basically, I just kind of wanted to go through really like what this new way of scheduling is, I guess. And I wanted to give you guys little tools to use as well. So I'm going to be referring to a YouTube video and a specific document, I guess, but I'm going to be posting both of those in either or in my team chat and in the Diamond or Die page. So like everyone will be able to access them afterwards. But all right, trying to get my life together. Should have definitely done this beforehand. But if any of you guys have heard of block scheduling before, put it in the chat. Like drop like a number 1 if you've ever heard of block scheduling. If you haven't, it's totally fine. I've never heard of it before. This girl was talking about it. Danny, you don't count. I told you about this. But yeah, so if you guys have heard of it, okay, a lot of people have. Awesome. I'd never heard of this before Sarah had brought it up to us, and it literally just changed my entire business. So now I have, yeah, I told some people before, after we were started doing this, I did tell some people to look it up. And Mallory, oh, that's cool. I didn't know they did this in high school. I had a really crappy high school, but it's fine. Okay, so now I have another question. Who feels like they're literally working so hard and not seeing results? If you feel that, drop a 2. And I'm going to drop a 2 because I feel like that too. It's okay. I mean, that's why we're doing this training, is because there's like times when I feel like I'm literally doing so much and I get this far. Granted, I know that's just the time and like the season that we're in, but I definitely feel like it. So another thing that I can feel sometimes is that I either am doing so much for my business, like I'm literally not moving from my desk, I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I'm being so rude to my boyfriend, or I'm not doing anything for my business. I haven't been able to find like a happy medium. It's literally go, 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 or just stop. And there is no time for stopping right now. For me personally, we're pushing for Prez this month, and it's going to happen over hell or high water. So obviously, we have to do something. Like we have to go, 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 because like we obviously need like massive volumes and all of that. And sorry, I get distracted super easily. And so basically what this block scheduling is, it's going to essentially plan out your day with you also being able to do the other things. Like I'm going to go over my personal schedule, and then we're going to have Danny share hers, who is a college student and also works full-time, or works part-time, I think, but not for long. And then we're also going to have AJ go over her schedule, and she is a single mom of 2 precious babies. She goes to school full-time and she works. So like they obviously have their plates a lot more full than mine, but I mean, even being a full-time rap girl, I still feel like I don't have enough time in the day to do anything. And that's basically what this is. So basically, I'm going to try to pull mine up to show you guys in the most simplest way. This is a block schedule. It's literally just blocks of time that are going to like coordinate my day. My first block is from the time I wake up until around 11:30, which is where I'm doing, I wake up immediately, I get out of bed, I pray, I make my bed, I go to the gym, I do my personal development, eat my breakfast, that sort of thing. It's basically just a time of the day that's, I want to say designated for me, but it's designated for my mental health, and then to be able to spend time with my boyfriend before he goes to work. And sorry, I'm getting back to all this. And then my next little block is my first like session of work. Like I said, I am a full-time rap girl. I literally don't do anything during the day but work. So this next block of my time is when I do my majority of the work, but it's also where I'm going to like run errands. So if I have to get like my eyelashes filled or like get my nails done, it's during this chunk of my day. So that way, that's like what I'm focused on. I am really green. So this is good. Like, I don't want to say it's only for green people because it's not, but if you're like a green visual person, this is going to really help you. Because I know some people, they can just kind of go by like the fly of their day and get things done. I cannot do that. I will be a literal hot mess, train wreck. I'll get nothing done. I'll be stressed out. It will not be good. So that's what I'm really excited about this. And my next little chunk of time is for my boyfriend. So it's right after he gets home from work until about 9 p.m., 8 p.m. obviously on some nights that we have team Zooms, family calls, those sort of things. But that's basically my time to spend with him. So I am getting my intentional work done, and I am spending time with my boyfriend. I am cooking dinner. I am cleaning, because I mean, I don't want a dirty house or a dirty apartment. And but I am also spending that time with him so he doesn't feel neglected, because I definitely know that when I am like, if it's like crunch time for a promotion, like I said, that's different. But like just like doing the day-to-day task, I don't want him to feel that I don't care about him or I don't care for his time. Basically, like I want him to fill up. Like that's my boo thing. And then the next little chunk of time is work 2. And that's where I do like power hours, team Zoom, and my other work tasks for the day that I didn't get completed during the work 1 session. And then the next time is sleep. So it's from 11 p.m., probably midnight, until whenever I wake up, which is, I say 8. I really don't get out of bed until 9 or 10, but that's fine. We're working on it. So that's when I get ready for bed, hang out with Jeremy. We watch an episode of Game of Thrones, that sort of thing. Like that's for that time. And then I also have my power hour on here as well. I am going to share like a legit screenshot of my schedule, of a blank schedule, and then of the YouTube video where I got this from. So if you guys want, you can refer to my schedule to make yours, just kind of like as a little guideline. And then I just lost my train of thought. And then the YouTube video, of course. So this isn't going to be long, but like I said, if you guys have questions, just drop them in the chat. This is more of just kind of explaining like what this new thing is. And like I'm saying, I hope it works out for you guys as much as it works for me. And honestly, just like you really, like you don't need to be working this business 20 out of the 24 hours a day to be successful. Like you really don't. You only need 2 to 3 hours or maybe even less of intentional work to be successful. And that's what I've been doing these last couple days. And I can honestly say, because like I am someone that does work all day long because I can. And I thought that simply because I was a full-time rap girl, I had the upper hand on others because I could work all day. But if I'm working all day and not being intentional, I might as well just go back to school. I'm not doing anything. And like, it's the intentional work that's going to make the difference. And that's essentially like what this is about. So like intentional work, instead of just like aimlessly scrolling on Instagram. I mean, like I'm guilty of it. I mean, I did it this morning actually, but like, it's just like the aimlessly scrolling, basically the things that we are going to like talk about in a live post to get people to join our team. Whenever you do those, that's what not being intentional is. Intentional is just like literally sitting down and doing a power hour for a literal straight hour. I've been doing those. I don't do them on Zoom because I do get distracted very easily. So I turn my computer off. I turn everything on airplane mode that I can. So like my phone and my iPad, but I obviously still have my Wi-Fi on so I can use them. But if you're on my team and you texted me and I didn't text you back for probably an hour, that's because you literally texted me at the start of my power hour, and I'm not going to respond until what I need to get done is done. And I just really feel like being able to do those 2 to 3 hours of intentional work every single day, I go to bed knowing that I did everything I could for my business. I plugged into my team. I plugged into the chats. I did the things that I needed to do as a leader and like as someone wanting to go presidential. And I still have time to live my life, which is what this business is about. Like, you join this business and like as soon as you catch the vision, like those of you guys that are hopping, like that are on this, you want more than $500 a month. And I know that. And that's why you're here, is to learn how to make more than $500 a month. And working 18 hours a day, like, isn't going to get you that. I mean, it definitely can, but if you can still like literally live your best life, which is again, like what this business is about, still do those 2 to 3 hours of intentional work, you're still going to get stuff done and you're still going to be successful. Like, you don't have to work 18 hours a day to be successful. I guess that's like what I'm trying to say. And then basically, like I said, I am going to be sharing my power hour schedule on both of the pictures that I show you guys, just to kind of like explain like what I do. And it also has my work task as well, so I can kind of go through that. But basically on Monday, my work tasks are recognition, which is like recognizing my team for the achievements that they did. For example, this Monday, or I guess that was yesterday, I shouted out the top distributor enrollers on my team. And then I checked in with personally enrolled distributors and my leaders. And I basically just texted them privately, and then I just kind of saw how their day was going, their charts are going. Obviously on the 3rd, just kind of like getting their game plan for what this month is going to bring. And then Tuesday, I check in with my loyal customers, which is either, have you received your products? How are you loving your products? Are you like, how are your results? Checking in, see if they want to do a one-time order, new deals, those kind of things. And then my team Zoom, which is always on Tuesday nights. And then Wednesday are my welcome, or I'm going to like send my welcome emails to the distributors that are on my team or that signed within that next week. And then my cab enroller emails. If you're diamond and above, you know what a cab is. If you're not diamond and above, get to diamond and above, because cabs are going to change your life. It's basically an extra bonus that you get for enrolling distributors and then teaching those distributors to enroll distributors. You just get extra bonuses for them. And then every Thursday is when I send out my card decline emails. Friday is when I follow up with every single person in the book, in Connect or on my calendar, whichever one I want to do. And then Saturdays are when I do like my photo shoot. So like if I post a picture, like for example, I have my next 2 weeks of pictures planned, because I went out, got ready one day, took over 300 pictures, and then I changed outfits, took another 300 pictures. So I have pictures to post throughout the week. That's literally something that I've done since I was working full time. And I've just still done it because it sticks with me, because like obviously today we're looking like a hot mess. I haven't showered in like a week. It's fine. I haven't washed my hair. Let me rephrase myself. I haven't washed my hair in like a week, but it's just like one day a week that I'm going to get ready and go take those pictures to post on my wall and like make stories with. So I always, like I have pictures to post. So now, definitely should have planned this a little bit earlier, but I know AJ is driving with the babies right now.
I mean, I'm good. I'm sitting here.
Okay, cool. So Haley, I'll get back to your question. I'm going to text you, and because I don't understand what you mean. But AJ, can you kind of go through your schedule of being a full-time mom, literally doing the most? Just explain that all. And I am going to pin your video as well.
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Because it's like sitting on the air vent.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so backstory, my child was crying, so I hopped in the car because I knew I had to do Zoom, and the only way to get him quiet is to be in the car. So this is like literally my life, like making work happen with the babies. But as y'all know, I am a mama, I am in nursing school, and I'm working right now. So life is constantly like I'm whiplashed from one location to another, and I have these little windows every single day to get every single little thing done. I like the block schedule because, like, say I want to message 200 people today. If I sit there and I'm like, okay, I got to message 200 people, I am not going to want to sit there and message 200 people all at one time. So for me to break it up over the day is a lot less overwhelming and a lot more easy. And there's 5 reasons why I like the block schedule. If I'm like looking away, it's because there's these weirdos looking at me talking. But yeah, 1, it's just so less overwhelming, like I said. 2, like hitting those goals and saying like, okay, 20 people, that's super easy. Text replacement will get it done in what, 5 minutes or less?
Fine. He just.
And then 3, I align. So like, for example, I probably should have done this first, but like this is my schedule. So like 5 to 7:30, I'm home, I'm up with the kids, I will interact, I'll accept like follow requests and that sort of thing. 8 to 3, I'm at work or I'm at school. And then 3 to 5 is my 2 dedicated hours where I just sit down and I'm working consistently on messaging and interacting and following and unfollowing and all those good stuff. So between 3 and 6 is when I like to post, because I notice that I get a lot more interaction during that time. So like knowing that time frame for me is just really convenient, rather than like, oh shoot, I forgot to post, and like throwing something up whenever I feel like it. And then 7:30 to 9:30, it's just babies. Usually it's like 7 to 9:30, but I'm home, I'm making dinner, I'm doing all the house things. And then 9:30 to 10:30 is another hour where I'm just working. I just mentioned that like 7:30 to 9:30 is when I'm just with the babies. That's kind of a lie, because I'll hop on Zoom and like be listening and commenting on Zoom sometimes, stuff like that. And then in the night, if I lacked somewhere, I just finish that all up. But it's so more convenient to have 3 chunks of my day where I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, this is how much I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm going to do it, rather than being so overwhelmed all day long. Another reason that I like to do it is what I said about being visual. Like for me, I'm this much green, but to see it on paper and to say, oh, okay, I need to do this. Oh, okay, I need to do that. Okay, that makes sense. It's just a lot easier for me. And then another reason why I like to do it is because I get time for me at the end of the day. Because if I am just like, I have to message all these people and I have to throw up this post and I have to follow and interact and get on these Zooms, that is a lot for me and I will never get it done. I'll be up until 2 in the morning. So if I get all these things done during the blocks of my day, then at the end of the day, I have time for me. So, I mean, I just feel like that's a really big benefit. Also, setting the schedule in blocks and not micromanaging, not saying like, okay, in this 15 minutes of my day, I'm going to message. Saying like between 7 and 9, I'm going to message is easier, because say like my kids need me, or say something's going on and I get distracted. Knowing that I have those 2 hours to send 50 messages is, a lot easier. Can y'all hear me? Because it's glitching really bad. And I
Yeah,
can't
I can hear you fine. It's not glitching for me.
Okay, it's glitching. I heard you, but it's still like glitching.
Yeah, they say in the chat they can hear you too, so it might just be you.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. But what was the last thing I said? Sorry.
Like micromanaging and like in these 15 minutes, I'm gonna do this, and like that whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So micromanaging does not work, because first of all, like me, I get so distracted. Yes, I'm interacting or something on Instagram, but sometimes like I get sidetracked. And then I'm like, well, I only sent out 15 messages, so that was a fail. That does not work for me. Things happen, life happens. You need those blocks of time, because that goal that you have is so much more obtainable when you have a bigger block of time, basically. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say.
No, I
hope that made sense.
It did. Yeah, I like that. Just because, I mean, I know I can sit here and say like my schedule all day long, but not everyone has my schedule. So that's why I wanted to get like a couple, literally 3 different schedules on here. And I like what you said about the micromanaging, just because I definitely know like when I was like working full time and like doing that whole ordeal, like micromanaging was my thing, and it worked for like 0.2 seconds. Because I mean, like, I'm just gonna say this, for example, I mean, AJ and I were our voice memoing back and forth today, and then her son vomited on her. So
Yeah.
like,
So
life,
like that.
yeah, like life literally just happens. And like when you're a mom, you understand. And like even for me, I mean, like I have an annoying cat, but you know, it's
Yeah.
not the
But
same.
like me, I hate
Yeah.
just using like, I'm a mom all the time, so I'm busy, because all of y'all are busy. We're all busy. We all have stuff, and we all just need a minute to like sit at the end of the day and have a second for us. So, I mean, sorry, I just feel like it's beneficial to everybody. Like, it's not just about being a mom, because things happen in everybody's life. Granted, I am a lot more busy than a lot of people, but I mean, this literally across the board, like everybody has time to do this. Everybody can do this, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like doing it more like this whenever like we do get someone new started, it's not just like work, 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 work. We can like implement
Yeah.
this into our new distributors, and like, because for example, I just signed up a girl like about right before I hopped on here. She is like pre-physical therapy for like horses. Super crazy thing, but she's in 18 hours right now in the summer. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot any time of the year, like with school, but like that's a lot of freaking hours. So like I haven't been responding to her because one, I want to do this, but two, like I'm going to get with her about this type of block scheduling. I'm sure she's familiar with it because she is so busy, but I just feel like doing this, goals are going to be more tangible, and they're not just going to say like, I mean, I can sit here on it. I have it right here in front of me. I need to message 300 people a day.
Yeah.
Come on. Like I can sit here and I can tell myself and tell my team to message 300 people a day, but it's not going to happen if I don't sit down and make it happen, basically. And I'm going to go back to Haley's question because I texted her because I was kind of confused by it. So she's basically saying, her question was, how do you not get overwhelmed with messages and keeping up? And I was just, like I said, I was confused. So I texted her, and she basically is saying kind of how to like messaging like 100 people at one time and then keeping up with all those messages. That's hard. And I will say I did that. I've literally done that until this. And this is when like I made these chunks of time when like I am doing a power hour. So like for example, like my power houring, yes, one of my things to do is to message for 5 minutes. For me, I went back and counted. In 5 minutes, I got 50 messages out. That's really good. But 50 messages a day also isn't going to get me to prez. So I just kind of made it into where, like, during my work 1 hour or my work one, it's really for like what is that, 7 hours. That's a huge chunk of time. But that's also when I'm doing errands. I'm so sorry. My boyfriend just walked behind me and honestly just kind of freaked me out. I just got so sidetracked. I'm so sorry. But like 50 messages a day, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, it's great, but I need to like do that times like 4. So just kind of like I mean, like I said, just being intentional with it, literally setting out 5 minutes out of 7 hours to send out 50 messages. Like, it's just things like that. Like, it's not just kind of saying like, yeah, go message 300 people, but it's messaging 300 people when you're being intentional about it and you're unsending and resending messages, reaching out to old customers, like doing things like that. It's not just simply, I don't want to say just like messaging, because I mean, like, it is just messaging, but like, I hope you guys like understand like what I'm trying to say, but like, it's just being more intentional with your time. And I really feel that as people who work full time, and especially AJ, I mean, she's a mom. I know there's other moms, I can see their faces, like, and they have kids. Like, I just feel like this is something that we can implement with everyone. And it's not just someone who has a super busy schedule or someone who doesn't have a busy schedule, if that makes sense. AJ, did you have anything else that you wanted to add? I muted you. Hang on. Okay.
So,
there you go.
oh yeah, sorry. So I had one more thing. So I was talking to one of my mom distributors the other day, and she's also working full time. And she was like, dude, I just don't have it like in these little nips of my day. I just need to relax. Like, I'm so tired. And I had to paint the picture of her of like okay, if you weren't doing It Works right now and you had to pick up a second job to support yourself, where would you have time for that? Like, it is such a blessing to be able to sit on our couch and get these messages in these little blocks of time than to be working our ass off and not sleeping and that's on any schedule. That's not a mom schedule. I mean, it's hard. Like, most of us are like young in this chat. So like, to pay bills in a normal minimum wage ass job, like it's hard. So this is such a blessing, and to not see it as work, but see it as like, this is all I have to do, and I can make this much money a month, and then next month I can make this much money, and then my next promotion. So I mean, just changing your mindset and saying like, this is a blessing, and it could be me working 2 or 3 jobs, or it could be me working and going to school. So I mean, just changing your mindset, I guess, to not seeing it as like, I have to message this many people, but like, I get to message this many people and profit. So
No, yeah, I really like that, because I can definitely say, like, whenever I mean, it's been a good, I guess, year now since I have worked a real, or like a corporate America job, and like had to really schedule out my time. But I mean, like, I just remember like working, going to school, working this business, going to another job. Like, it was hard and I hated it. And I literally wanted nothing more to sit, I'm pointing to my couch, but y'all can't sit on that freaking couch and to get paid. And the fact that, and I'm also very red, like money motivated, but like that, like I said, that just, that part of it doesn't matter. Like the fact that you, like what AJ was saying, is changing your mindset. Like the fact that you do only have to do literally this much, like 2 to 3 hours of your day, or even less. Like if you do have more of a busy schedule, I mean, like for AJ's schedule, her work time isn't a 7-hour block and then another 2-hour block. That's not the time of the day she has. So as long as she's intentional in that block of time that she has, I mean, homegirl's double going triple this month. She's doing it, and it's just like kind of like that. And then Danny, if you could unmute yourself. I don't even know if Danny's on here.
Hello. Yeah, I am on here.
I was looking for the B's and not the D's. I'm so sorry. Where are you? Here you are. Okay. So, sorry. We're getting all sidetracked here. But yeah, so Danny is Diamond, going double this month. And she is, right now, she's just working and then working part-time, right?
Yeah, like
the next 2 weeks.
Like 24 hours a week or so.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, she is in school, but it's summertime right now. So I just kind of wanted her to basically do the same thing that AJ just did and kind of explain her schedule throughout the day, because hers is, it's like set, but it's also kind of fluid. So just kind of how she does work this business and works, and then obviously with school and everything. So there you go, Danny.
Okay. So I'm going to start from when I first started this. I joined right when I moved into an apartment. So I knew that my hours were going to drop right as school started. So I picked up another job. And then I also had It Works just starting too. So I was kind of knew what it could do, but I didn't really know the whole thing that it really could do for me. And as soon as I kind of caught the vision, I literally hated working 2 jobs. I dreaded every second of it. And my first goal was to be able to quit the second job I picked up because I needed extra money. But during that time, I worked those 3. So It Works, my 2 part-time jobs, up until I went Ruby. And that was 3 months in. So during that time, I had 3 things that I was working on for a job and school. And basically, what my schedule looked like is, I guess I didn't really use the block schedule. I'll talk about that, how I use that now. But if you are someone who's still, just new and you have so many things and you're not really sure what to do with it, I got super overwhelmed. And I kind of had to, figure out when I could, implement those little things into my day. And that basically, you just have to utilize all the little time blocks. So if you can't physically make a block schedule where you can have 2-3 hours or whatever, like Shai said, she has a 7-hour work block, and now I have 2-3 hour ones now because I'm able to, but before I was not able to. So thing, like my day kind of looked like I was throwing up my story post, walking to school. I would reply to my messages and like texts and stuff right in the morning when I'm walking to school. During lunch, I would do the same thing, reply to text and like throw up some more stories and probably plan my post for the day during lunchtime. So I wouldn't post during lunch, but after like school, I would, because most of the time I would go either to work or whatever. I had other things to do. So that was like, I did most of my like little things that took like 2 seconds in the morning. And then my actual like sit down time to like message and follow and all that stuff happened after I got off work. And my one job, I worked until like 9 o'clock. So it was kind of hard for me to get used to like doing homework and stuff, but my schedule is pretty flexible. So like you just kind of have to work with yourself. And if you are like so busy right now, like you just have to figure out what is good for you and figure out those times where you can sit down. Like I worked later back then because I had literally no other time to work later or work until it was like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. But fast forward to now, I have only a part-time job and I work mostly in the mornings now. So my days that I do work in the mornings, it basically I have my block schedule. So I have my morning block from 7 to 1:30. I wake up around 7 to go to work at 8, and I work until 1:30. So I wake up and it's kind of like non-negotiable. Like story posts take 2 seconds. I wake up and I usually post to my story right away. And then once I get out of bed, I don't like replying to messages in bed because I like am half asleep still. But I'll get out of bed, wash my face and stuff, and then right as I'm like making breakfast or my coffee or whatever, I will reply to text messages before I head to work. And then I'm lucky and blessed I can have my phone at work because I'm kind of on the go doing whatever. So I kind of use that time to like connect with my team, reply to any messages that I happen to get. I post again on my story, and I try to at least think about what I'm going to post today. I'll do a lot of my brainstorming for my post at work. So like if you're not able to plan your post completely the day before and you do work or you have school or anything, and there's little like slots of time, like just brainstorm. Like I get so much inspiration just randomly, like thinking at work, and I'm like, that would be a really good post. And then after work, I already know what I'm going to post. I just have to find my picture I want and throw it up. So right after that, I have a block from 1:30 to 4, and that is like kind of my errands or my gym time. So I'll go to like post office, groceries. If my apartment needs cleaned, I'll do some cleaning. And if I don't go like do errands, I'll go to the gym. And then by the time it gets to 4 o'clock, I want to be like showered, like ready to sit down. And then I have 4 to 6:30. That is my work task and the power hour thing. So that's where if I haven't posted yet, because sometimes I can get my post up while I'm at work still. If I haven't posted yet, that's my first thing on my list. And then I go into messaging, and then I follow, and then just reply to people as it comes in and stuff. And then depending, I guess my schedule is kind of flexible because my boyfriend's schedule is different than mine. So sometimes he works during the night. So I have a time slot for 6:30 to 8:30 where if he was home, we would be eating dinner, just relaxing and stuff for like those 2 hours. But he wasn't home tonight. So literally I just sat on work Zoom and worked because I could. So it always on those days where he is home, like I will use that time to like chill and put my phone down and stuff. And then after dinner time, 8:30 again, team trainings, another power hour to get whatever I didn't get done the first time done. I will make stories in this time. I like to edit my pictures during the nighttime and stuff and make stories because I'm like most creative at night. Last night I literally was laying in bed and I made business stories, and I had stories to post right away this morning. So just getting that like little planning, preparing thinking about your day for the next day, because my schedule on Mondays and Wednesdays is the same, but Thursdays I work like a longer. So I kind of have to figure out what that schedule is because I'm still getting used to the block schedule and stuff. And then by 11:30, I want to kind of be done with everything from working and get ready for bed and all that stuff. And obviously it's flexible. If it's promotion month, I'm going to be like doing whatever, whenever, like anytime I have extra time, I'm going to be using it. But I don't want to like overwork myself, I guess, and feel like I literally have nothing, like I can't do anything else besides work. So my biggest thing with wanting to do this is the fact that summer's coming, and I didn't want to be like pushing for a promotion, but feeling like I literally can't do anything else besides push for the promotion. So having this like block schedule and like setting up those intentional blocks of time to get it done, like I'm going to be able to go out with my friends and not feel guilty for like not getting my work done, I guess. So that's kind of how my schedule is now.
No, yeah, and I love that. And like, that was like one thing, like Mallory said in the chat, she was like, I've been struggling with time management since moving back from school. And like, that's what like, and like, I completely agree with that. I understand. And I was excited about is like, I know that like, this is a time of change, and it's like a time where some people are going to say like, you know, like, I mean, some people just don't react good to change. And like, I'm one of those people. Like, I know change freaks me out. So like, whenever my schedule changed from me working full time to not working at all, I mean, like at like a corporate job, I didn't work because I didn't have to, you know, like that was like kind of like where my mindset was at. And, exactly, like Jessica, I love that you said that. And then like Ashley, the summer has no structure. It doesn't. Like if you're a mom and you have kids that are in school, your kids are coming home right now. So being able to do this, you can wake up that little bit earlier and get some intentional work done. Take the kids to the water park. Do some 5-minute messaging while you're there. 5-minute posting, or posting doesn't take 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. Like things like that. And then if you have to either wake up earlier or stay up later or do both. And then sorry, I'm Audrey. I'm reading your message. Exactly. And it's like with like your schedules changing like this, like it's weird. And like I can definitely say that like cause like I'm not in school or anything, but like my boyfriend, like him coming home from school, it was weird. I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. Like you're supposed to be at work or like at school. Like what's going on? So I'm thankful that his schedule did change, because it kind of, I guess, like fueled me to figure something out that I could bring to you guys. And that's why I'm so excited that we did this. And I hope it helps for you guys. I am going to be posting, like I said, my schedule to use as like a guideline. The blank one in the YouTube video. I'm so sorry. And then once I get this up to YouTube, I will also be posting it in my team chat and then in the page. Oh God, my brain is fried. Oh, okay. I need more keto coffee. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I hope it, like I said, I hope it helps. If y'all have any questions, I can try to help answer you. If you have any questions for our mama or our college girl, I guess both of them are college girls, but you know, I'm sure that they'll both, or I know they'll both be willing to help you guys. Or if you can ask me, yes, I will be posting my example, because I know like when I looked at this block schedule, my first one, I micromanaged. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's not what this is for. And I literally I had to like make the blocks into like different blocks, because I was like, I don't have enough time. And it's like, that's my green taking over. But it's like, no, like it's just kind of giving you a chunk of time in getting stuff done. So I'm going to pause the